Today, I'm excited to discuss SoFi and share my expectations for the upcoming week. We'll dive into the potential volatility of SoFi's stock price and my predictions moving forward.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Daily Stock Update. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads and also enter our giveaway. But before that, alert, this is not a financial advice video. Firstly, let's acknowledge that it's going to be a shorter week since Monday is a holiday. I want to wish a happy Memorial Day to all the Americans out there. Enjoy the long weekend and the festivities. With the holiday in mind, the market will only be open from Tuesday to Friday this week. Despite the shorter week, there will be several significant economic updates to watch for. Numerous Federal Reserve speakers are scheduled throughout the week, but unless they stray into topics like interest rates, we don't expect any groundbreaking announcements. The key data points to focus on this week are the GDP report on Thursday and the Personal Consumption Expenditures PCE report on Friday. These reports are crucial as the Fed has emphasized that they are closely monitoring such data, along with consumer-related data due out the following week. Investors will be watching these reports closely and speculating on their implications for interest rates. Last week, CD and JP Morgan suggested that the next rate cut could happen in September, which they predict will be the only rate cut of 2024. Currently, there is a 44.9% chance of a rate cut, so keep an eye on those data points, as they will likely influence the market. Leading up to Thursday, expect a technically driven market. This environment should be beneficial for SoFi and other stocks, even though the Fear and Greed Index is at 53, indicating a neutral sentiment. While this isn't overwhelmingly positive, it could still give stocks a slight upward push. Now, let's focus on SoFi specifically. There aren't any major events or conferences planned for SoFi this week, meaning its performance will largely follow the broader market trends. Recently, SoFi has been heavily manipulated by market makers and short sellers. On Friday, shorts returned about 31,000 shares, but a significant 16.54% of the free float remained shorted, totaling approximately 171.85 million shares. This manipulation often results in SoFi's stock closing below key strike prices, as observed over the past 3 months. On Friday, for example, SoFi attempted to break above the $7 mark but faced resistance. For those unfamiliar with options, closing at or above a strike price like $7 means market makers need to cover their positions, which they prefer to avoid by pushing the stock price down. This pattern is expected to continue this week. As of now, we see substantial open interest at the $7, $7.50, and $8 strike prices, indicating potential resistance. Given that the market opens on Tuesday this week, you might see these numbers increase by about 30–40%. Consequently, SoFi might encounter a new wall around the $7 mark. Although a technically driven week should generally favor stocks, SoFi might remain suppressed due to these manipulative tactics. This is frustrating, especially when other fintech stocks and even less promising stocks are climbing, while SoFi, despite its strong earnings and profitability, remains stagnant. For SoFi, the key support level to watch is $6.91. If it fails to hold, the next support could be around $6.67. Although hitting $6.67 would be unexpected this week, it's a possibility. SoFi needs institutional support to build solid support levels and push towards the $7 range. Once SoFi closes above $7, a small push could see it rise to $7.50 or $8, aligning it more closely with its perceived value of at least $9. This week promises to be volatile, even though there aren't many major events in the broader market. It's going to be interesting to see if SoFi can break through the $7 barrier, which could make a great thumbnail title, Battle for $7. What do you think? Will SoFi manage to close above $7 this week, or will it remain suppressed? Over the past weeks, we've seen a repetitive pattern where SoFi stock gets pushed down towards the end of the week and then inches back up at the beginning of the following week. This pattern is frustrating for long-term investors who believe in SoFi's potential and profitability. The manipulation of resistance levels is disheartening, but it also presents opportunities for savvy options traders. For those involved in options trading, volatility can be advantageous. Selling covered calls or puts can generate additional income. For instance, last Friday, I sold $7 calls, anticipating that SoFi would struggle with the $7 level, as it usually does. While it wasn't a huge sum, it was still a profitable move. So, what are your thoughts on SoFi? Do you think it will manage to close above $7 this week, or will it continue to face suppression? Friends, that's all we have for you today. What is your opinion about today's video? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.